things were fine. Until they turned against us. They destroyed what was ours. So we returned the favor. So, what'd you think? Did that wake you up?
I liked it, but we're evil, so we know that.
Yes. Mama Maggie, you're muted.
Please mark your bingo card at this time.
I think I marked everything on that bingo card.
I think I've overdone the bingo card.
I think
I'm on my second round of the bingo card.
Yeah.
And so far, I have now subbed my 9th person for the thing. So I had 5 people on the first bingo card. I only have 4 people on the second bingo card. So
it has been quite the marathon. I never thought it was going to be as big as it is. And then we started talking about it in the last sprint stream, where Sam was trying to figure out how many movies we could binge watch while also watching the marathon in its entirety. And she needs to put the results of that up there for you guys to see how long this has been and how long it's going to be.
It's like 190 videos now.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
it's like a crazy number of videos.
I've streamed hopped quite a bit, and I've been watching Snapped, and I think I've gone through 5 or 6 seasons by now. So that should tell you.
You expect me to remember all of that? Look, I think we went through all of the extended editions of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. There was Star Trek, Star Wars, John Wick, Studio Ghibli. Oh my gosh, just like it just kept going and going. I think you finally made it to like 168, though. We decided on some of it.
I was not 190, 109. And with the split of Nicole's video, because we had to split Nicole's video, she lost internet and then we had to start again. We are at 110 videos on the playlist.
It's wild. If you guys ever need any extra time when it comes to sprinting, please, by all means, go back. When it comes to authors that are doing sprint streams, I don't think that they're rewatched as much as other kinds of videos. So just keep that in mind. You're always helping out an author-tuber. By rewatch it, everybody bring your own cocoa, coffee, that kind of thing. I do not know if I'm going to get any rest between now and then.
I have my cozy that I made in Glory's stream with Gloria and Kat yesterday on Coffee Bunny Cafe, which actually they're streaming on Twitch right now.
Nice. Share the link for everybody if you want.
I cannot log in. I just saw the message that they were streaming on Twitch. I cannot get onto Twitch. My internet hates Twitch.
Let me see if I can do it. So we're in charge of a break here. And so we're just kind of taking a break. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, they might be covered up by all the gamers that are streaming right now. What's her thing? Coffee.
Coffee Bunny
Creek.
Cafe.
Okay. Did I spell it wrong?
And I know Jenna is sprinting right now. They're doing productivity sprints right now for Friday night or Saturday night sunset sprints.
They
are it's like
a virtual retreat.
Yeah, the Heart Breathing's virtual retreat thing.
Yep. I was trying to keep track of everything, but I lost track of some stuff on the Authortube listing, so I'm gonna have to go back and re-up some stuff. But it's just such a busy weekend with everybody doing everything, so that's why I was just like, well, I'll do the best I can, you know. And I couldn't find it, so just if you're looking for it, that's her. That's their handle, is the Coffee Bunny Cafe, right?
Yep. It's really we've had some really good discussions. We've had some very interesting discussions. We have been talking about just different parts of writer's life all week, like writing and creativity. We've talked about AI on some of the streams. We've talked about editing. We've talked about marketing.
Social media.
So there was 2 or 3 streams where we were talking about social media with the whole TikTok thing and where do you go now, and websites versus newsletters, and just it's been
2024 has been crazy for me when it comes to where to land when it comes to serials / extra stuff that you have to offer people. It's like full circle gone all the way back, all the way from Patreon back to Patreon at this point. It's wild. Although I am considering Substack at this point.
Well, I mean, and there were so many people that were on Bella that are now homeless.
Yeah.
Basically. And then the people that were migrating from Vela to Ream, then there was all the controversy on Ream. And then there was a movement, and then the whole Galatea thing happened, where basically the same thing that happened at Ream happened at Galatea. So it's just like people, they're moving back to Patreon. They're moving to Ko-fi, where they can do that. Same thing as Patreon. Ko-fi and Patreon have the same thing where you purchase levels. People are going to Substack and doing the same subscriber thing. And it's just, all of that, plus the whole thing of this AI vanity press thing called Spines that's wanting to dump 8,000 books into the book market. Yeah, 2025 is starting to be a very interesting year.
I'm curious to see what's next. I was one of those. Luckily, though, I had already pulled my stuff from Villa. I had already gotten disgusted with Villa. So I pulled Dawn's and mine and also Athena's stuff off of Villa because I was like, something's just not right. They're not promoting it. Something's going on. We went from making enough money to pay for our covers to making like $5, if that, it's like they've changed things. You experienced it too, didn't you, Mama Maggie?
Yeah, I did. I was actually in the Bella beta. I was one of the beta authors invited in to join Bella, and I was making as much selling chapters as I was on my Bella bonuses, so I made like $1,000 the first year I was on Bella, and then they opened up to romance, and that kind of cut into everybody that's not romance. That kind of cut into our income stream, but as soon as they opened it up to adult content, literally everything in Bella just shifted, and all other genres in Bella were sharing between 10 and 17% of the total revenue of the entire site. And the other problem is the whole reason Amazon developed Vella is they were trying to buy Royal Road, which Royal Road is like Literotica or Galatea. It's one of those where you pay for chapters. And that deal fell through. And so Amazon did the only thing they added was they added the ability for us to schedule ahead. Like we could download an entire manuscript and schedule up to 3 months out. But they added the ability for us to link our Vella stories onto our main Amazon author page, which was something that we literally spent a year saying, we need this. We need to be able to hook our Vellas to our main page because people can't find our Vellas. And then once the whole shift happened and the royalties bottomed out and they stopped, there were no page view bonuses available for anyone. And then when I heard that they were going to go from 3 free chapters to 10 free chapters, I noped out. I pulled everything I had on Vella off and I just began publishing Relic of Time, unserializing Relic of Time Wars and publishing the whole 1.4 million words just straight onto Amazon. The thing with Spines, they're writing an AI system. They have no editors, they have no publishers, they have no writers on their staff. Everyone on their staff are computer programmers and marketers. They are basically taking all of these different AI writing tools that you can get through Grammarly and Scrivener and ChatGPT and all of those different types of writing tools, AI writing tools, and they're basically mashing them together into this Franken editor AI. And you pay them several $1,000s for them to run your manuscript through the Franken Spines AI, and they give you a copy in different formats that they claim is now ready to mass publish. You still have to do all the publishing. But the fact that they're bragging that they got 20, I think the last number I saw was $21 or $22 million.
Their prices were outrageous. I started doing the math on them, and I was just like, you can purchase to use forevermore most of these programs that you would need to do any of this stuff yourself, and you would have it for not just one book, but for multiple books. Mm-hmm. And they were wanting to charge as much as that for one book and then not market it. So I'm just like, no. I was just
it's an AI vanity press, and it's, there's difference between using AI for prompts and teaching a non-generative AI to work, and then there's the AIs that have been basically created from plagiarized content. Mm-hmm. Or content that they were not given permission to use. So it's an AI editor, formatter, and it's supposed to check for, like, you're supposed to be able to set the styles to check for consistency and things like that. But it's like, if I'm going to pay thousands of dollars for you to look at my book, I want a person to look at my book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so I had a perfect plan of every 15 minutes I was going to do a giveaway. However, my little program is not working correctly. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of this stuff myself, and it'll probably be after the fact. So I just want...
We can always roll the dice of the ginormous dice, the Home Defense D20.
Oh, I wish
got a
it was
couple
that
of those.
simple. Huh?
I said I got a couple of those, a couple hundred of them.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the prize that I'm going to be choosing. If you have commented in the chat, and there's only one prize that I've really got to, be wary of. I just want to make sure that you guys are wanting the prize, and then what I'll do is I'll get in touch with you guys after the fact. So I'm going to ask you to put a hashtag and a word in the chat, and then I can come back later because my little program's not working. So I'll do it after the fact, and then I'll get in touch with you and let you know if you won the prize because it's not working. The first thing I wanted to show you guys was, let me add this to the stage, is a swag pack. So it's going to be collect 2 collectible tarot cards based on characters in our books. And we are going to have stickers and pins and bookmarks and some custom art from other fantasy art authors in there, along with some pins. And so it's going to come to you. It's going to look a little bit like this. It's going to have all kinds of fun stuff in it. Even one of the pride stickers with the draggies.
Yay.
And then the tarot cards are the ones that you see on the screen, and a little keychain that has a little dragon on it.
That's cute.
And a tag that says, "Be like a dragon, spread your wings, protect those you love, have fiery passion, be strong, and slay your fears. Always fly high, rise up, and soar." It's a lot on that little bitty tag. So if you want that, put hashtag swag1 in there, and I will see if I can get this to work. And in the meantime, we can continue on with our conversation. One thing that happened, let's see. So we went through the Vela thing, we went through the Ream thing. I don't want to, rehash that. I know that there are some fellow writers that are still using Ream. I just didn't feel comfortable doing it. It works for who it works for, I guess is what I could say. And then we had I've tried. I've put my stuff on Letterpress right now, but my problem with and Letterpress seems to work. It seems because it's actually integrated into one of my own web pages, a subdomain of my website. However, when people subscribe to getting the newsletter or the emails whenever I add something to it, that doesn't look very nice to me. So I'm trying to figure out, well, do I want to move now? I want to move everything to Substack, or what's up? It's been quite a year when it comes to serials, people who have companion works and stuff like that. We've had to move things around several places, which took up a lot of our time that we could have been using doing other things, publishing other works and stuff. And we've also come through just some major wildness when it comes to things going on when it comes to social media. I've seen so many witch hunts this year, and I was just blown away by some of the wildness that has happened in the author space. And I'm so happy that we've survived that as a community. Not everybody came out doing well on that one. And then we've got, of course, we had X instead of Twitter. I had over 6,000 followers on Twitter, and then it went down to 4,000 as soon as it got sold. And then it went, and then I couldn't find anybody. Like, all of my favorite peeps and all of the authors and creatives that I used to usually have almost a daily, "Hey, how you doing?" kind of check in with, they weren't coming into my feed anymore. So it was you know how I think it was Joanna Penn? Somebody was talking about, or it may have been on Newsletter Ninja, wherein you really need to foster and grow your own newsletter because you own that. Like, those fans are staying with you. Whereas if you rely on a social media website, you don't have access to those fans. If something happens, you lose them. And it literally happened in real time when it came to my Twitter. I had lots of people there and then poof, gone. So how have you guys adjusted to that? Or did it not even phase you? I guess is what I'm asking.
Not me, because you advertise everything. So I mean, I didn't really phase me because I'm just in the background. So I don't know about everybody else. I'm sure it phased everybody, but I was never on Twitter, so I could never get into it. It was just not my thing. I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have TikTok. That's plenty for me, and YouTube. I figure that's plenty for me to keep up with. I never could get into Twitter, so.
I still have Twitter because I have a couple of writing groups that I interact with, and we interact through the Twitter platforms. We have like Wednesday evening meetups where we do the writers chat, the whip chat. We do oh goodness, what's the other one? Line by line time, where we meet together and we go through excerpts of each other's works. And so I have very much groomed my feeds on all platforms to try to avoid as much of the political stuff as possible. I think, and this is just me, but I kind of see, it's like, I don't know how to explain this without offending some people. And maybe it's because I'm a 55-year-old Gen Xer and I've seen so many freaking twisted, messed up things in politics, actors, writers, all of that stuff, that it doesn't even cross my face. It's like, yeah, that's the way the world is. Because honestly, everyone's like, oh, TikTok is the best ever. I have never found TikTok to be a pleasant platform. It is the most toxic place on the internet to me, and I am totally not sad to see it go. Honestly, Goodreads. Goodreads is another platform that needs to be hacked up and thrown into the ocean because honestly, Goodreads, I appreciate everybody sharing the reviews and stuff, but I have been on the end of Goodreads where I have had a book stolen by a book thief. They put it on Amazon. About 40 of us went after this fake author to get their Amazon page taken down because it's like, that's not your book. That's not your book. And Amazon was really cooperative. We went to Goodreads and we said, all of these books on this person's page are stolen content. Please take down these reviews and please take down this page. And they were like, no, that goes against our integrity. If the review is up, the review is up and it's not allowed to be changed. And it's like, are you freaking kidding me?
And then I have to admit, the only reason I'm on Goodreads is to make sure that my books are under me. That's all. That's the only reason.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like when everybody was going crazy about I'm leaving Twitter, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, leave Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Instagram is pretty much the only one that hasn't been caught up on all this. Unfortunately, with Instagram and the video calls, you find out that they are also. There are things going on in prisons through the backside of Instagram that we don't all want to know about it. So basically, it's like none of these platforms are pristine. None of them. None.
No. That's what got me so. That's what got me so riled about the TikTok thing. I'm like, really, y'all really going after one of them? There should be like all of them, really.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like the business that I do get from some of them, and I try to stay out of the drama part of it.
Yeah, and it's like my other thing is if you're letting your social media platform provide you with information for disasters, for political issues, for things like that, I understand that it's like a Gen Z thing, but really you need to go outside your little plastic phone to your and outside of social media platforms, because pretty much any social media platform and all legacy media is lying to you. And the reason they can do that, and here's the thing, the reason they can legally do that is they repealed what's called the Smith-Mundt Act. Now, the Smith-Mundt Act was put into effect after the McCarthy and Red Scare thing. And it was basically that media outlets cannot lie to the American people for the purposes of propaganda. So that was repealed back in the Obama days. And of course, when the Trumper did not reinstate it, and then the Biden did not reinstate it, and now the Trumper's coming back around, and he's not going to reinstate it because this is his second time around. And so the fact that the media now has no repercussions whatsoever than to lie to us, that should be a big red flag to everybody for trusting any content on any social media platform. I know Dad's a puppy.
We must have puppy.
The cutest little corgi butt.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show, let me get over her, is add to stage. There we go. If you're interested in having me critique one of your taglines and blurbs in the year of 2025, please type #blurb.
Everyone needs this. Everyone needs this. She's amazing.
I will see what I can do for you. This is something that I have found that I have a talent for, because I've worked in advertising for so long in so many different stages of media that I'm really apparently good with the skill of breaking things down into bite-sized bits that will hook people. And I'm not going to waste that, dadgummit. people need it. People want it. I'm going to provide it. So this is what the next giveaway is. If you're interested in me handling a blurb for you, please type in #blurb, and I will get in touch with all of the winners. As a matter of fact, I will probably give the winners list to Sam and let her tell everybody too. So, Laura, pick me.
Sorry, my monster dog, my non-monster dog was being needy.
Oh, come on, he is a monster dog. You know that.
He is. He's my brat. But he kept jumping halfway in my lap. So I had to push back so he could get up there for just a second.
Laura had Roy in the last stream. I didn't know if you saw him.
No.
He's a cutie too.
Well, the cat's at the door. The cat's at the door meowing because Milo's in here.
How dare. So. Jealous. Mine's over here. Let's see her. She's snoozing. I've got it kind of dark in here, and she likes that. So all you see is her back.
Well, I wish he would go back in there. But if I put him out the door, he just sits there and scratches and whines until I let him back in. So he's my brat.
Do you offer blurb critiques on Ko-Fi for a price? I can. I've not done that yet, actually. I haven't set that up yet.
There you go.
But yeah, I can do that. I have a Ko-Fi. I just haven't been using it that much.
There's Rachel's Ko-Fi, so you can easily
follow
it and
blurbs are not my strong suit, so that's fine. I'm glad I could be of help to some people, because with my
It
eye
is
problem,
really
I
hard.
can't read that much. So blurbing I can do.
It is really hard to write your own blurb because you live inside that
Mhm.
world in your mind, and to step back and have like enough that, you know, to be able to step back enough to look at the world that you haven't spent the last year living inside of, to write it, to lure someone else into the world. It's like, honestly, I've had more luck just throwing handfuls of candy at people.
Rita. Yeah, I can't write them. She asks me all the time, well, what do you think about this one for us? I'm like, it's great, because I didn't have to write it. It's perfect. Right on.
I think the only thing, so I went back and rewrote the first one, because when I was looking at it after we had done a re-release, we re-released books 1 and 2 in 2024. That was another thing. 2024 was so busy. It was so busy, especially in the end of the year. We were re-releasing those 2 books, and then we were also writing and revising the other book. And then at the beginning of the year, we released The Vampire's Dragon. So it was kind of wild. I can't, like, I'm not as prolific as Mama Maggie. And
Well,
even
the thing is yours is everything I'm doing is already written.
but so
and
is
it's already
ours, kind of.
been through editing. And
Well, ours is written. It's just,
It's old. So
well, not only that, but we'll be writing one thing and we get burnt out on it. We're like, okay, I'm done with those for a little while. Let's go over here. And then, you know, we'll write on this one for, you know,
ADHD.
forever. And then we'll go, oh, you know what? We need to go back over there. So between her squirrels and my otters, we are bouncing constantly between the two. So we sometimes have 3 different pads going with 9 to 10 to 12 different characters and 12 different scenes that could be spread throughout all over the time frame. And then we're like, what were we going to do with this one again? I don't know. Well, we'll just have to read over it again and figure it out.
remember, all the stuff you leave out can all be bonus material in the newsletter.
Oh,
I'll be bonus stuff to lure them to your website.
She has a deal called the cutting room floor. She puts it all in. She's like, yeah, we didn't keep this, but you know what? It's good, so I'm going to stick it in here. I'm glad that
you want to see, for instance, okay, so we have, now keep in mind, we have over 100 of these pads. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, what?
Let me see if I
Closer
can
to
show
200.
you. Your screen.
Yeah, I have otters. Lots of otters. She has squirrels.
Chair. Let's
Yeah,
see if it works.
Is that the one we're working on right now?
That's the one right before it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it did pop up. Let me hide the comments so I can play with these. This is the candles one. So you'll see that we have all of these. Each one is a different scene.
Mm-hmm.
And so we will go back and forth, and we will have each scene set up, right? And these are different. This scene has in and of itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in it, 6 characters in it. And then this one's got 2, but it came from this one, which had 6, I think. And then we have another scene that's happening in the other world with a bunch of characters. And so what we'll do is, because our brains just cannot focus on just one, we will go between them. And so she'll be like, okay, tags on all 3. All right, well then I'll go through, I'll add my parts, and I'll be like, okay, tags on all 3. And so that's how we wind up doing it.
And sometimes we'll have 3 of those pads open at the same time. And I'll tell her, okay, well, tags on, you know, this pad, and then go to the next one. Okay, tags on this pad, and then we go to the next one. So yeah, that's we're boring people. We have no life. This is it.
We let our characters,
That's right,
help us thrive.
live for us.
You guys have squirrels and otters. I have hedgehogs.
I have hummingbirds.
Mama Maggie
Mine
has
are
hummingbirds.
Mine are
My mother
hummingbirds. You know,
My mother
you know,
loved hummingbirds. She absolutely adored those things. So
it goes out into the flower meadow, and I'm chasing it with a butterfly net. Come back.
Come back. You're supposed to be here for me.
well, just like otters, you know how they get crazy and playful, and yeah, and then all of a sudden they're sudden chill. That's mine. It's like, okay, I'm played out. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I know. Mine are just my hummingbird is just out of control, and it has been very, very unhappy with me because for the last 2 years I've been literally doing nothing but editing. I've only been writing just tiny little bits at a time, one day a week, and it's just unfortunately it's like it is getting so tired of living this editor life. And I don't blame it. I want to go back to writing. I want to go back to the fun things.
Well,
And
last year, like she said, we were crazy. So she was cracking her whip a lot. So because I get busy with, everything else. And she has to remind me, hey, we've got this over here that we need to get done over here. Yeah. Over here. Like every day over here. Hey, did you get to that over here? So
Don't forget.
I'm actually a pretty OCD person, but here for the past couple of years, I've been multitasking so much.
She's her family caregiver. This is what I call her, a family caregiver. But she's also like the boss babe at work. So she's extending herself, and I'm like, yo, hey, we planned something. Hello,
self-care.
I don't even know what that is. Like right now, I'm on a 12-day stretch of work. I'm on day 6, so I won't have a day off till next weekend. So, and yes, I know Rachel gets on to me all the time. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Give her the look.
Yeah, a lot. So, been there, done that. I literally have the T-shirt.
Morgan gives her the look too. Morgan's her daughter. So
he was talking about coming over and hanging out with us, but I don't know if she was going to be able to or not because the babies have been sick. So, well, you can come sit on the. She's like, what am I going to do? I said, same thing I do. Sit there and answer whatever they say.
Answer questions. Yeah. Talk about the stuff that's going on. Okay, so we've come around to another part of the giveaway. So let me do this. So #swag2. And it's the same thing, but with different stuff, different goodies. It's a nice bag full of artwork and stickers, pins, both kind, and the little tag keychain with the dragon on it. And it's also got the tarot cards in it.
Roy has been so spoiled with Snuggles. Aw, Roy. I wish I could work from home. I mean, work from bed. I work from home. I wish I could lay in bed and work. That'd be great.
Well, I think we all spend so much time working on our books that we just we forget that there's like the outside life, and the outside life is in the way, and we're like, oh, I remember now, I have book things to do, and then we go, oh wait, no, I have outside things to do. No, I have books now, and yeah,
pretty much. I have to be reminded pretty regularly that I can do something other than, but I'm a workaholic, I'll be honest. So if I'm not working on work, I'm working on books with Rach. So I work and work. So that's what I do. I tried doing PRN and it just doesn't work for me. It's not busy enough.
So PRN does that mean that you decide when to work, or they decide when you work?
No, I tell them when I can work. Like when I went PRN, I was only working 2 days a week, but then they got to where they didn't have anybody to fill my spot. And like I said, I'm OCD, but I'm really OCD about my work. And we were getting a lot more denials. So they were calling me on my days off for questions anyways. Not really work, but just questions regarding cases and work. So I was like, you know what? I will just work 4 hours every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I was helping on occasional weekend. So my husband's like, you're not working part-time anymore. You're full-time working. I got so many hours. It was funny because I got so many hours because on PRN, you don't really have the benefits, right? You get more pay per hour because you aren't offered the benefits from the business. So you can buy your own benefits outside. I was working so many hours on my PRN. The company sent me a deal saying, hey, you've worked so many hours, you qualify for the benefits.
Oh, well.
So it did make a difference.
I was like,
that's nice. Well,
so I just went back to full time because what's the difference? I was working all the time anyways.
Okay, so let's see. That is what Laura's talking about. So on my website, let me see what I can do here with the magic.
I can share your shop.
Well, thank you.
Not a problem.
Share. Let me make sure that you guys can see it. WTC Creatives, the hubs, in other words, is responsible for the magic when it comes to the website. So we have on here, I use the lover's card for my books, and you click on it, and it goes to my books. And the course, there you go. So let me go back. And let me.
Now you should tell them who's on the cards while you're flipping them.
I should. I am. I'm looking for something really, really quick here.
Artwork. So you know.
So the Hanged Man is actually supposed to be Angelus, or Dante, as you guys know him. He is the demon on the front of the front cover of book 3. You've got Gabriel and Cineas. You have Inya, who is a sorceress of renown and definitely has no inhibitions for the most part. And then this is Ava. Poor thing. I even had her drawn pregnant. So she is the Empress, and then the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Hanged Man. And I plan on getting more, and I plan on using more characters to do this with. But right now we have in print the Lovers and the Empress. And that's what you're going to get in the swag bags too. But here is the big picture. The only thing we couldn't get done was, like, Dante's wings are supposed to be very large, huge wings. And because of the artistic styling and being able to work with the background and stuff, we couldn't quite capture that. But yeah, this back here is supposed to be the shadow of the rest of his wings coming down. So, I mean, I think that Donica did a good job on it.
Oh, yeah. She did.
It's really, and I love those colors. Those colors together are just some of my favorites. I'm going to hopefully have my hair that color soon.
Well, and it works for them, so.
It definitely does. Okay, let me take that.
I just like the way you said poor thing on Ava. There's nothing poor about her.
Well, I mean, she's the whole time she's just looking at Devin like, I want a girl.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I have raised boys.
And boys. And boys.
And multiples of boys.
Lots and lots of boys. It's not his fault.
she just needs to make him wear tidy whities for a couple months.
All right.
Right.
Good luck on making him wear anything.
I have a job interview on Monday. So excited. It's for VFX job.
Oh, yay!
I know you've been waiting for something like that. That's
Yay.
great. I brag on you all the time. I know somebody who used to do this.
Yeah, but don't let Ava fool you. She rules her roost. So she may have all those boys, but they don't do anything really that mom doesn't want them to. So with the exception of maybe one. So
even the ones that don't actually belong to her, they all stop and go, "Oh, yes, ma'am." So
yeah.
So
Gabriel
Mama
doesn't
Maggie has
belong
put
to
up
us.
a
We
bunch
can
of
give birth
stuff.
Let's see.
There's the form, the survey. Yes, the survey to fill out. Good, bad, ugly. Just let us know so we can help Sam make it even better next time. That's the idea.
I filled it out.
I did too.
It was good.
It's not even done yet, but
That's right. It's not done, but I filled it out.
And then she added in my shop there for the little draggies. Like this was limited edition, but there is one there that's similar to this. Same way with the cups. There's all kinds of goodies back there with the different draggies on it. And I think we just added the D20 draggy. So
yes.
Cool.
The idea was, "Are you feeling lucky?" That was the quote, but I did it as close as I could.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It is 5 degrees outside right now.
Oh.
Where I am.
It actually went back up here.
Fahrenheit. Oh, never mind. While I was loading it, it just dropped to 4 degrees. And the wind chill feels like negative 23.
Yeesh.
It's 59 here and it feels like 80 degrees. I just turned my air conditioner on in my bedroom.
So the opposite.
Please send me warm air.
Tomorrow it's supposed to change because tomorrow it's going to be the high of 50 and in the evening it's going to be 26 and then Monday the high is 37 and the evening is going to be 28. So it's welcome to Texas. I tell everybody, if you're in Texas, carry a umbrella, a sweater, a pair of shorts, because you could walk out and it'd be one way and then walk in and then walk out and it's going to be the other.
Oh yeah, I grew up we moved to Texas when I was a little kid in Southeast Texas, and literally the weather flips a coin the minute the door closes, so that when you open the door again, different weather.
Yeah, I'm in Southeast. I'm down below San Antonio, so yeah. My life.
Yeah, I do not miss April through October in Texas because I don't like humidity and I don't like heat and humidity together. And even now I'm living in Colorado and we'll get up to 100 degrees here. Doesn't feel like it at all because it's so dry.
I like that. Just don't close the door once the weather is nice. Well, we really haven't had winter. We've had a couple of little cold fronts come through, but as far as getting down this cold, this is the first time. We even in December and November, it was sunny and 80 and 90 degrees. So, we didn't have cold like I'm used to because the weather has shifted so much here lately that.
My dad's in Northeast Texas and he called me and said, "You don't have to send the snow here, express mail." And I'm like, "But Dad,
I just wanted to share." The thing is people don't know how to drive in it. So, that's the problem.
We've seen snow once, and it was while we were at the hospital last week. And it was such a small amount that by the time the next day had come, I think it was by 10 a.m., there was hardly anything on the roads. You could just see that there had been white and that was it. So I'm not sure if we're ever going to get like a massive snow. We did. I think we've had 3, maybe 4 massive snows in North Carolina since we moved up here. Maybe
We were having a whiteout this morning. I was actually we didn't have power for like 6 hours this morning. And fortunately it came back in time for me to I missed Emmy's stream completely because I had no power, no internet. And so then I was able to hop on later to join streams, but it was just like I was like, please don't go out again. Please don't go out again. And then after I got off the last stream I was on, the power did go out for like 20 minutes. And I think they were replacing the transformer over near my neighbor's house because her son came over and borrowed an extension cord to hook to their generator to run it inside the house. And it was just like, I still had power. They did not have power. So yeah.
Yeah, that's my only deal is because they do the rolling blackouts here when the weather shifts. So we were lucky, knock on wood, that we didn't get blacked out last year. But yeah, that's what they do for our grids. I'm like, don't do it this year. No, that's okay. I'm good.
I don't want that ever. The last thing that I was going to give away is the digital collection of the Dragon Tasker series that we have so far. That is book 1, 2, and 3. We are hoping to finish it by the end of 2025. At the latest, the beginning of 2026. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it happen. So if you want to have a chance at the digital collection, put #dragon in the chat.
I own them all.
You get first dibs.
I already have them. I totally volunteer as beta reading tribute because yes, please.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, my cousin, she reads for us too. And for Christmas, she bought her coworker all of them because her coworker had bought one. And I think it was the second one, the Packs and Portals. And she was telling my cousin, I bought the Packs and Portals. And she's like, no. You have to start at the beginning because you won't understand. So she was giving her this whole breakdown. And she's like, you know what? It's okay. I'll just buy them all for you. It's all right. So she went and bought them all for her for Christmas. She's like, there you go. Now start at the beginning and you'll be happy all the way through.
Well, I just found for something fun. When we had the flood here, the one really good thing that came of it, I mean, besides we did get a new floor, but it was the being out of the house for over a month that sucked. They sent people here to pack up our stuff out of the offices and put it into like a pod thing outside so that it would be out of the way so they could work on the floors and get everything dry. Well, one of the movers comes out and he's like, did you write this? And I'm like, well, yeah, me and my co-author did. He's like, which ones are the collection? And I'm like, well, let me show you, because he'd already packed part of them and I had to go and dig and find them and everything. He's like, I'll take one of each. My wife loves this stuff. So I was like, I'm not even trying to sell.
That's awesome.
And he came back. Awesome. He was also back when they were bringing stuff back in the house, and he was talking about how his wife loved it. So I was just like,
my husband bragged. He sells our books all the time at work. It's hilarious because he talks to his coworkers about it, and he'll come home and he'll say, such and such said she's read this one, and I told her she has to go buy the entire thing because she's not going to know what goes on. And he told her, one of them, they're like talking about our books, and he said, that's my wife and her friend that wrote all those. The girl was like, really? He's like, really? She said, you're not just, pulling our leg. He's like, no, I can show you a picture of her. I was like, please don't show my picture to people. I would really rather.
Well, we put the good pictures on the website, so.
my
website. So he's like, here, look.
Right my here. Middle is the one who foist my books off onto other fellow Navy people, especially How to Become a Crazy Cat Lady to Survive the Zompocalypse, because part of that story is around the USS Gerald Ford, which is the giant aircraft carrier that she is stationed on. And there's quite a few of them that are actually reading the Relic of Time War series.
I was about to say, I bet they would love that.
The Huntsman Quartet, that they're reading it. Here's the thing though, everyone is super mad because of where the Huntsman hatred ends. You have to go through the entire Relic of Time War to get to the Shadow Hunt, to get to the middle of the Shadow Hunt, which is where Daisy jumps back to the beginning of the Huntsman's heart. So they're like, and I'm like, yeah, I know those books aren't out yet. They're coming out in 2025.
Salt.
I'm usually in the shadows. I really don't like to be on camera. Rachel tends to she drags me out. I'm not much of a camera person. I'm okay with my shadows. I'm good with it. I love you too.
You're so creative.
In the wound.
Yes, salt in the wound. We do that occasionally with our books too. We like to leave them hanging. It's like, well, what happened to them? Well, gotta wait and find out. Well, when is the next book coming out? Not for another year. I was like, oh, God.
We're almost done. Show your promo again for the Dragon Tasker series.
Okay.
Show the promo again.
I just wanted to say thank you to my beta readers, though.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay. I came up with this, and the idea is this is actually a quote from book 5 from Inya, who is the dragon that is mated to Cineas. So let me pop it back up here.
And if you don't know, just FYI, you find out in the very first series that being a dragon crossing into the human world is really, 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 really bad.
Yes.
Because if they figure out that you're not people,
they can.
Bad things happen. Yeah.
Things were fine. Until they turned against us. They destroyed what was ours. So we returned the favor.
All right, she did a wonderful job.
That's amazing.
Thank you
and that's
all.
And that so captures. That so captures Inya's feelings about the war against dragons.
You're going to see a part of that in book 5 that just, it's such a powerful scene that it brings me to tears. So I'm really, really hoping that you guys hang in with us till the end of the series. Thank you guys for being here. This has been a break, and we're going right straight into Rhiannon's stream, which should be pinned to the top of the chat. I'm not sure if Mama Maggie had that available or not, so I made sure to put it on the top. And she should be starting already.
So head over that way. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Buy Rachel's books. They're amazing. Rachel and Dawn have an amazing world.